Hello, this is Film Freaks, and I am Severn Daler, and I am doing another album review today. Um, Last time I did a review of Demon Days, um, by the band Gorillaz, and today I thought I'd do another Gorillaz album, and I'm thinking I'll probably do a review of each Gorillaz album, and then do another band, and then another band, just like different bands at one time. Um, Anyway, today I'm reviewing The Now Now, their most recent album, 2018, June 29th. That's when it was released. Yeah. The sleeve's pretty cool. I really like the artwork for this, although there's only really one picture, which is this. On the other side, it's just the track listing. Anyway, yeah, I have mixed feelings about this album. My first listen, I really hated it. I thought it was boring. I thought it repeated itself many times. I thought it sounded uninspired. But on my second listen, I liked it a little more, and on my third, I liked it a lot. On my fourth, thought it was really good. And now that I'm listening to it more, I'm starting to like it less and less now. It went up and then now it's down. Because I'm just kind of listening. Well, I listened recently to every Gorillaz album in order on vinyl with headphones, and like just trying to listen closely and just kind of think about each album. And in comparison to the other ones, this one is a real downer. It's, for me personally, there are only about like 7 tracks out of the 11 that I like, and so that means there's 4 tracks that I really don't like on this album, which would be like, that's a third of the album that I don't like. So like Humans, which is like 20 songs, that would be a lot of songs that I wouldn't like, because I don't know, never mind. But yeah, like the song, I like Humility. I mean, it's okay, but I'm getting a little tired of it. Trans is pretty good. The verses I don't think are good, really. The only thing I really like about it is its chorus. Hollywood is okay. Snoop Dogg is fine on the song, but Jamie Principle, I really don't like him, or not him personally, but his vocals. Like, he was also on Sex Murder Party, which was one of my least favorites on Humans. Yeah. Also, I found Hollywood is really, really similar to Sex Murder Party, actually. Not just that it has Jamie Principle in it, it's that the chorus is, if you think about it, like, the chorus for Hollywood is so similar to Sex Murder Party. I'm not going to sing it right now because I can't sing, but look it up for yourself and you'll find that they sound almost identical. Kansas, I don't like Kansas really that much. It's pretty boring. Most people will be like, oh, it's a sweet, sentimental song. Like, yeah, but I just don't. I don't like it. Sorcerers is probably my least favorite Gorillaz song ever. Sorcerers, I hate Sorcerers. And almost every review of this album, people think Sorcerers is in like their top 3 favorite songs on the album. There was only one review I read where they put Sorcerers as the worst or second worst song on the album. But yeah, I really like. There's no chorus, pretty much, and the instrumentals I don't find entertaining. The verses are weak, and the vocals are not anything superior. Idaho, number 6. I'm also not a huge fan of Idaho. It's a little boring. It's kind of yeah, it just everything like from Kansas, Sorcerers, and Idaho, they all kind of sound similar and they all kind of blend into just one um, section of the album that just sounds dull in the same. Um, yeah, and Idaho fits right in there for me. Like I don't feel a connection with the song, and it doesn't feel inspired. Number 7, Lake Zurich. Probably my favorite song on the album, if not maybe my second favorite or third, but it's up there. I really like this song. Um, like I've said in my Demon Days review, I really like Gorillaz' instrumentals, like Double Bass and Glitter Freeze and Lake Zurich. I really like those songs, and yeah, this is a good one. Magic City. Magic City is okay. I like it better than Kansas, Sorcerers, and Idaho, but it's still not, I don't know. It doesn't feel special to me, and it's not memorable. When I think of Gorillaz, that song doesn't not pop in my head. Probably the only song that pops in my head when I think of Gorillaz that is on this album is Lake Zurich or Sukai. I'm not sure. Anyway, 9, Fireflies. I'm not a huge fan of this song. It's, I don't know, the bass line is really good. I like the bass line, and the vocals are pretty good too, but it just sounds dull. Everything sounds dull. It's like this whole album just kind of sounds like Sex Murder Party. Like, because on Humans, everyone hated that song. They're like, this song doesn't even sound written. Like, it's horrible. And then you take this album, it's like the whole album sounds like this, except for, like, well, I'll list the songs that I like later, but yeah. 10, 1%. So, song 10, 1%. I like this song actually. A lot of people put this as the worst because it's short, and but and the lyrics aren't really anything special, or the vocals aren't anything good. But the instrumentals on the song I really like, and that's what makes the song unique, is that the instrumentals are a bit different. Even though it is kind of in that generic theme of the album of synth pop. Yeah. And finally, song 11, Sukai, Saukai, I don't know. In my top, either my favorite or my second favorite song on the album. It's really catchy. This song is very memorable, unlike the others on the album. And, yeah, great instrumental, great lyrics, great vocals. It's catchy. The verses are good. The chorus is good. The ending is great. It's kind of like or not 1%. What Sukai is kind of like to me is it kind of feels like when you eat like a meal at a restaurant and it's not very good and doesn't taste it doesn't taste good, and then you have this dessert that's really really good, and then so after you're done with the meal you're like, oh, I really like that restaurant, like that's because that was your last memory of the restaurant. That's kind of like with this. I feel like the song is trying to trick you into, since it's the closing track and it's really good, and that's your last memory of listening to the album, and it's a good memory, then you're gonna come back to the album and be like, oh yeah, that was a really good album. Like I remember the last time I listened to that and it was really good. Like, because it ends with a great song. Anyway, songs I like on here: Humility, Trans, Hollywood, Lake Zurich, one sec. Wait. That's 4 songs. Wait. Yeah. 1% and Tsugai. That's 6 songs I like on this album. 6 out of 11 songs. That's almost half the album that I don't like. But it's okay. It's better than most music I listen to because, I don't know, Gorillaz I think is really great. So compared to a lot of other stuff, I think it is better than other stuff. But in comparison to um, the Gorillaz career, it's not anything that you need to listen to. But yeah, it's okay. It's mediocre. I would give it either a heavy 6 or a light 7, or like a 6.8 to a 7.2, around that. And it's probably my least favorite Gorillaz album. And yeah, G-Sides is my other least favorite, although G-Sides at least has a Gorillaz feeling to me, and the songs sound more written, and more time and effort seems to be put on G-Sides versus this, even though G-Sides is the songs that never made it on the first album, which you would expect to be mediocre songs because they're pretty, they're like deluxe songs or whatever. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think Humans was a lot better. A lot of people give Humans a lot of crap for having too many features and all of that BS, saying, yeah. I think that's perfectly fine, and that's the whole idea of Gorillaz, is to have collaborators and features to make something special and to make something that's good music. That's the whole point of it. And the point of Gorillaz is not Damon Albarn himself. It's collaborators and everyone working together to make an album. Because otherwise, this is just Damon Albarn. This sounds like everyday robots. Like it's a pretty dull album versus Humans, which is actually pretty unique and has a lot of unique songs on it. Like each song on there is memorable. Even Sex Murder Party, which I don't really like, is still memorable. The chorus, is a little bit memorable. But on here, yeah, it's just, yeah. Anyway, that's the review of the Now Now. Thank you.